All right, internet fixed. Hi, everyone. It's Mike from Downtown Comics, and we're here to talk about our last call comics for, well, the last call date is February 2nd, 2026, but today is January 30th, 2026. So let's quickly go over some books I think are worth looking at if you are the type of person who likes to get their orders in ahead of time. Marvel seems to have the most. They've got a bunch of new number ones. So some of those include Alias is coming back with a new number one. So Jessica Jones fans. Then we've got two X-Men, Iceman and Moonstar, both getting their own books. A big one for me is a Star Wars Shadows of Maul. So that is a comic I hope that is based on the upcoming cartoon and not just reprinting what the cartoon's going to be. So not sure about that, but Star Wars fans, this looks to be a good book. And of course, Wonder Man, he has a show right now, so he's getting his own number one. And then lastly, especially if your local store doesn't include annuals in your subscriptions, the X-Men is getting an annual that is on FOC this week. All right, so that's Marvel. Number one's there. DC does not have a lot. Honestly, the only things to be aware of, if you missed the DC All-In Special, which was the beginning of the whole KO event, it's actually coming back in a third printing. They've already done a second printing that's gone. So a third printing of that is on last call this week. And then KO number one, if you just got into KO and you're a little late and you can't find number one, KO number one also going into a third printing. So be aware of both of those. IDW, big one here, I guess, A Quiet Place, that movie series getting a comic book. It sounds like more prequel stuff, so there you go. Let's see, for Image, the only one that jumped out at me is Hyde Street number 10. This is a horror comic. It's pretty popular. It's been on hiatus for what seems like months now, and so maybe you've forgotten it's still coming out. So number 10 is on last call, so you want to double check that you've got your orders in for that. And lastly, for today, there's a new one coming out called Comics the Magazine, or I guess it's on last call. This looks to be maybe a new attempt to do a Wizard style magazine from the 90s. And I just realized when I was saying that there probably are some people out there that don't know what the hell I'm talking about because it's that old now, and that makes me sad. But Wizard was, one of the big ways to get your comic book information pre-internet, and it lasted all the way up to the early 2000s, then was canceled. But this one called Comics the Magazine seems to want to bring that format back, this kind of monthly magazine talking about comics. They'll have interviews with the Absolute Batman team in the first issue, so that's kind of a highlight. So anyway, if that interests you, on the list, or tell your local store that you want that. As always, my store, Downtown Comics, has all the tools at your disposal for customers to order what they want when they want. And if you have any questions about how that process works, just ask one of us. But other than that, thanks for taking a few moments of your day. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Stay warm. I know it's still freezing here and there's going to be more snow, so yay. I think that's it. So have a great day. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Let me end. Click the button.